Hello everyone and welcome back into another GT7 video, and this week was, well, it was kind of interesting because this is the first time in, I think in even GT7 that Daily Race B was actually longer than Daily Race C. In my opinion, Daily Race C combo wasn't exactly up to the standards, and I don't think a lot of people actually enjoyed it. And of course we had force feedback issues, we had an update 150 which kind of solved those, I would say, those flying cars, and in general kind of fixed the game, but it did not fix the force feedback in Daily Race C. It seems like it's dependent on the tires, and it also depends on, of course, these specific cars in the game. For example, SF23 now has absolutely no force feedback, and so does this Honda. And the only thing that was left to do was actually Daily Race B at Suzuka, which I think it's actually a pretty interesting one. But I expected some, I expected some decent racing, and this is exactly what I've got. But then as soon as I got closer to the guys up in front of me, which I think we were kind of running the same pace, or we were kind of running, I would say, very similar lap times, and just as I got close to someone, I would say maybe in a half a second or so, it got almost impossible to overtake. So it was very difficult for me to kind of reduce the gap and eventually go for a move. And the only thing that I could have waited was a mistake of the guy in front of me. And well, it eventually happened. It does happen because it's incredibly difficult to hold an MR car now, especially in the first couple of corners of the track. But the interesting part is, well, when you get close to someone, and I was really competitive at that point, and I thought I had more pace, and I believed that I had much more pace than the guys in front of me, sometimes even half a second more. But as soon as I got close to someone, it was almost impossible to have the same amount of pace, which again, it was kind of, well, you get close to someone and then you stuck there, and really you cannot really do much from that point. Well, I had this race where I was just stuck behind the driver in front of me, and there was really nothing much that I could have done. The only thing, as I said before, was either a mistake or, well, either a mistake or a bug, and eventually that bug happened to me. So I'm using a driver 457, which is of course a FANATEC beta driver, and I'm not using 455, which is the official one that you can find on the website, just because the force feedback is much better on 457, and once again I would recommend to do so. And of course this is something that I have to highlight: the 457 has some bugs, and if you're trying to be competitive, I do suggest using it, but again, it can happen. You can have some bugs and eventually crash into the wall, as exactly what happened in here. But I had a decent recovery out of this race. Yeah. That's the bug with the beta drivers. Okay. Well, at least I have something to fight for now. follow him. To the right. This is not smart. Will I get this now? Did I? Wait a second. Oh man. I guess I got it. Well, I thought about it, but I said to myself, no, don't do it. Don't do it. But, hey, it's a secondary account, so why not? P7. And as soon as I finished this race, I realized that I thought I had a little bit more pace than the guys in front of me. And I just wanted to see how much more pace I have when, well, I'm reaching my full potential. Of course, spending 30 minutes in the time trial isn't reaching the full potential, but it gives me kind of a good indication of what can I do when, of course, I'm not racing anyone, and of course when I'm in clean air. So this is exactly what happened. And also one of the most interesting things was the tire temps. Of course, I installed an overlay. You can find it down in the description. I'm using SimHub to have it in my OBS. And this just gives me an indication of what the tires look like after one lap of driving in the time trial. Usually you start up just with about 70 degrees Celsius. So I would definitely say that this was one of the most interesting parts, because I realized that the best performance was in lap 1 and not in lap 3, 4, whatever it is. So you need to find the level of optimal grip, which is kind of difficult because it takes some time to learn. Well, in my opinion, it's kind of time consuming to eventually get up to that point. But this is what I've done in my lap. Okay. Oh man, this is gonna be a good one. 794. And if you are not done with GT7, you can of course go to my website where we have claim your profile feature available. Now you can claim your profile and you can make yourself a verified part of the community. You can upload your profile picture, your background picture, you can put your socials up there. Well, you can say to the world if you are a pad or a joystick player and if you're playing in VR or not. And of course we have multiple other features coming soon, so you can go check out our newsletter and subscribe just, well, not to miss anything on the website. So once again guys, thank you very much for watching, and until the next time, bye.